What's going on, everybody? My name is Kenny tonight, and this is the Night Dimension. And today I want to talk to you guys about using Salvia Divinorum as a medicine and what could be the benefits of this practice. So first off, for those of you who don't know, Salvia Divinorum is a K-opioid receptor agonist, a kappa opioid receptor agonist. And the kappa opioid receptor agonist is responsible for a few things. It's responsible for mediating the effects of certain compounds, and these effects include altering nociception, consciousness, motor control, and mood. That was just to explain a little bit about the kappa opioid receptor. I want to make a whole video about the kappa opioid receptor to go real in depth. That way I can learn more about it and I can teach you guys more about it for those of you who don't know and really get to understand how salvia is working on the brain. But for now, I just want to start off with the first thing. Salvia Divinorum is an analgesic. And for those of you guys, if you guys can correct me if I'm pronouncing these things correct or not, it's okay, it's whatever. But it's acting to relieve pain. And I know that may sound crazy to some of you guys, that, oh my God, I'm going to use Salvia Divinorum to reduce my pain. Like, I'm not even going to remember the pain by the time I get into the experience. Like, how's that going to help me at all? I totally get that. And I wanted to read off one of these quotes from one of these articles where it actually says, however, K-opioid receptor agonists also produce side effects such as dysphoria, hallucinations, and disassociation, which has limited their clinical usefulness. So that kind of goes with saying that using Salvia Divinorum for pain relief isn't really the best way to go. But when I'm chewing salvia, I have noticed that there's like a blanket of numbness sort of that comes over my body, and it allows me to really relax and to really sink into my body. So for that, chewing Salvia Divinorum could be a decent thing for pain relief. So next I wanted to talk about mood, depression, and anxiety, because it says it's responsible for mood, and depression and anxiety and self-doubt, those are things that I think are huge in people. And I know that you guys are probably thinking, and you're probably saying in your head, aren't kappa opioid receptor agonists, they're notably dysphoric and aversive at sufficient doses? And that was something that I found interesting, and I actually looked more into what aversive meant. And it says, in psychology, aversives are unpleasant stimuli that induce changes in behavior via negative reinforcement or positive punishment. By applying an aversive immediately before or after a behavior, the likelihood of the target behavior occurring in the future is reduced. And that's why I say that using Salvia Divinorum to help with anxiety or depression is about the aversiveness of the experience, is the fact that you can think you're depressed, or you can think you're sad, you can think that things are going wrong in your life and your anxiety is just compiling over you, and then you can smoke some salvia or just, you know, chew a big dose of salvia and be completely dysphoric, and it just takes you out of your shell. But when you come back, you know right away, like, oh my God, I don't want to feel that way, you know? And I think in order for us to grow, we have to come to terms with that decision that we don't want to feel that way. We don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. We don't want to drink alcohol anymore. You know, we don't want to mess up our diet anymore, whatever it might be. But it's about these things. And this also goes back into how Salvinorin A works on, which is the active compound in Salvia Divinorum. Salvinorin A acts on the dopamine receptor. It's upregulation or something like that. I made a video about it. I'll put a link for you guys. But it talks about how using Salvia Divinorum regulates dopamine levels almost back to normal. So like I think they used morphine as an example. Somebody was using morphine, and those levels, the dopamine levels, were just skyrocketing. And using a sufficient dose of Salvia Divinorum, it allowed those dopamine levels to kind of almost go back to normal. And the conclusion from that was that Salvinorin A or Salvia Divinorum can help with our pleasure seeking, the pleasure seeking part of our brain. You know, it's like instead of seeking for pleasure, we'll be able to kind of push through the hard times a little bit longer. So I think that could be a super powerful thing, a super powerful aspect of using Salvia Divinorum as a medicine. And that's probably what brings me to the biggest one, which is addiction. So I'm going to put on my glasses for this one so I can read off to you guys everything. Acute activation of K-opioid receptors produces anti-addictive effects by regulating dopamine levels in the brain. And since salvinorin A is a novel K-opioid receptor agonist, it's like extracted from the plant Salvia Divinorum, it has been identified as a potential therapy for drug abuse and addiction. And here's another, the K-opioid receptor may provide a natural addiction control mechanism, and therefore drugs that target this receptor may have therapeutic potential in the treatment of addiction. And because, like I was saying with dopamine, because when we're dealing with addiction, we're dealing with that pleasure-seeking receptor. That pleasure-seeking part of us wants to get high. It wants to be numb. It wants to forget the pain. And Salvia Divinorum seems to go in and help us with those addictive properties that we've sort of inherited or designed in our brain through continual use or just through DNA or environment, whatever it is. But my thing is that I truly believe Salvia Divinorum could be a powerful medicine in the near future. And I just wanted to start off more salvia videos with this video today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was kind of packed together because I wanted to get the information to you guys without forgetting anything, and also I don't like the glare in my glasses, so I don't like wearing my glasses and sort of talking at the same time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, dab on the mother effing haters, and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. And if you guys want to help me out, support the channel, you can donate to me at a one-time PayPal down in the description. I really appreciate it. Anything helps, and you guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching the videos, and I appreciate you. Peace. See me in a drop top, knowing it cannot stop. Smoking like a rasta, gotta take the top off. I feel a wave, getting in my zone. It's in my veins, feeling in my bones.